If I told you that 24 hours from now your financial life could begin to change forever, would you believe it? Most people wouldn't. They'd laugh, shrug, and say, "You can't become rich in a day." But those are the same people who never understand what real wealth actually means. They think wealth is a number in the bank. They think it's a mansion, a car, a shiny card that proves status. But the truth, wealth begins in one single day. The day you finally wake up and decide you'll never think about money the same way again. That day could be today, 24 hours. That's all it takes to rewrite your relationship with wealth, to flip your financial story from scarcity to abundance. Because rich people don't wait for luck. They build it. They decide, they act, and they do it faster than anyone else. The next 24 hours could be the beginning of that version of you. The one who never chases money again but attracts it like a magnet. So if you're serious, if you're ready, then listen carefully. Because this is the moment where everything changes. You can't buy back time, but you can use it to buy freedom. And the clock starts now. The first step toward becoming rich in 24 hours is to understand one truth. Money doesn't start in your wallet. It starts in your mind. The way you think about money determines how much of it you'll ever hold. Your thoughts are the architects of your bank account. If you think money is evil, you'll push it away unconsciously. If you think money is hard to get, you'll find it running from you. But if you begin to believe that money is energy, that it flows to those who respect it, manage it, and multiply it, then you'll start to notice opportunities appear everywhere. They were always there. You just couldn't see them before. The rich don't see money as something they earn once. They see it as a tool they can make work for them over and over again. Think about this. In 24 hours, you can't build an empire, but you can make a decision that sets the foundation for one. That's how all empires begin, not with luck, not with inheritance, but with a decision. A decision to master three things: your mindset, your money habits, and your opportunities. Let's begin with mindset. Because if you want to be rich, you must think differently from 99% of people. While most people say, "I can't afford that," the rich ask, "How can I afford that?" It's a small shift, but it changes everything. It turns limitation into possibility. When you say you can't, you close the door. But when you ask how, you start building a bridge. That bridge is the path to wealth. Over the next 24 hours, train your mind to never reject a financial possibility without exploring it first. Most people let fear decide for them. They fear loss more than they desire gain. And that fear is the invisible cage that keeps them broke. The rich aren't fearless. They just understand that fear is a compass pointing toward growth. Every time you feel uncomfortable, it's usually a sign you're getting closer to something valuable. Investors feel it before buying stocks, entrepreneurs feel it before starting a business, and innovators feel it before launching an idea. Fear isn't your enemy. It's your alarm clock telling you that growth is near. The second shift you must make in 24 hours is how you use your time. Every rich person treats time like currency. Poor people waste time to save money. Rich people spend money to save time. That difference creates a lifetime gap in wealth. Stop giving your hours to distractions that don't pay you back. Your attention is your most expensive asset. If you scroll for hours on social media without purpose, you're spending wealth invisibly. The richest 1% guard their focus like treasure. They plan their hours before the day begins. You can do the same. Start by writing down exactly what you'll do tomorrow, hour by hour. Schedule productivity like appointments with your future self. And when that schedule says work, you work. When it says learn, you learn. No negotiation, because discipline is the down payment on freedom. Every hour spent with intention compounds in value. The next 24 hours are your test. How many hours will you invest versus waste? The third principle to becoming rich in 24 hours is to stop chasing and start creating opportunities. Most people wait for a raise, a job, a client, or luck. But wealth grows when you create something that can outlive your effort. You can't multiply time, but you can multiply impact. Think of every dollar as a worker. If you send it out with a job, whether it's to earn interest, build a skill, or start a side hustle, it will bring more dollars back to you. If you just hold it without purpose, it becomes lazy money. And lazy money is dead money. So here's what you do in the next 24 hours. Look at every dollar you have and give it a mission. Your cash should be working while you sleep, because financial freedom isn't about working harder. It's about making your money work harder than you ever could. Ask yourself this: if you stopped working today, how long could your current money sustain you? If the answer is not long, then you don't have freedom yet. But that can change today. Start with one powerful step. Build an income source that doesn't depend on your daily presence. That's how the rich stay rich. They create systems that make money even when they rest. But here's where most people fail. They think starting requires huge capital. No, it requires huge clarity. In this 24-hour window, you're not expected to build an empire. You're expected to build a direction. A system starts with an idea. An idea starts with intention. And intention starts right now. Think of something you're already good at. Something people ask you for advice about, or something that solves a small problem. That's your starting point. Today, turn it into a product or service. Even if it's small, even if it's imperfect. Sell it once online, just to prove to yourself that you can exchange value for money independently. That first dollar you make on your own will change you forever. Because it's not about the amount, it's about the identity shift. It's the moment you realize I can create money. And once that happens, you'll never look at money the same way again. 24 hours is enough to plant that seed. Once planted, it will grow as long as you keep watering it. Now let's talk about the psychology of wealth. Every rich person I've ever studied shares one secret. They don't spend emotionally. They spend strategically. The average person buys to feel something, to escape stress, to reward themselves, to impress others. The rich buy to multiply. Every purchase they make must either increase their income, knowledge, or network. That's it. The next 24 hours will test your discipline more than anything. You'll be tempted to scroll, buy, or waste time, because your brain has been trained for instant comfort. But remember this, every time you choose comfort, you pay with your future wealth. The rich reverse this. They choose discomfort now to buy comfort forever. That's the trade-off most people never make. You must decide which pain you prefer, the pain of discipline or the pain of regret. If you master discipline in the next 24 hours, you'll begin to see what others can't. Your mind will start scanning for patterns of profit. You'll begin noticing how every product you touch, every ad you see, every service you use is someone else's income stream. And then it hits you. Money isn't rare. It's everywhere. It's flowing around you constantly, but only those who recognize its flow can catch it. Your job is to learn to see that flow. Once you can see it, you can redirect it into your life. How? By learning to solve problems for others. Every dollar in your wallet came from solving someone else's problem. That's the law of wealth. The more problems you solve, the more value you create. The more value you create, the more money you attract. So ask yourself right now, whose problem can I solve today? If you spend even 2 hours identifying that, you'll be richer in awareness than 99% of people by tomorrow morning. Because wealth is simply the reward for delivering value to the world in a smart way. Now let's get tactical. In the next 24 hours, you're going to perform what I call a wealth reset. A series of actions that align your mind, money, and future into one direction. Step 1. Audit your spending. Look through your last week of expenses and label each item either asset or liability. An asset either earns or saves you money. A liability costs you money and gives you nothing back. Most people realize 80% of their spending is liabilities disguised as comfort. Cut one of them today, not next week, today, and redirect that money into something that grows, stocks, index funds, a side hustle, or self-education. It's the first real financial muscle you'll build, the ability to reallocate waste into wealth. Step 2. Set a 24-hour challenge to make your first dollar outside your job. Sell something old, offer a digital service, freelance for one task, or even teach a skill online. That act is symbolic. It's the first spark of independence. Step 3. Learn about compounding. Study it tonight, even for 30 minutes. Compound interest isn't just a math formula. It's the closest thing humanity has to financial magic. When you understand it deeply, you'll stop looking for quick money and start building forever money. Because rich people don't chase, they compound. Step 4. Clean your digital space. Unsubscribe from distractions that sell you things you don't need, and subscribe to knowledge that teaches you how to grow your wealth. Step 5. Write down a number, the amount of money you want to be worth in 5 years. Then break it down backwards into daily actions that align with that vision. If you want 1 million, that's roughly $548 a day. How will you create that value? Break it down until it feels tangible, because what the mind can measure, it can manifest. And step 6, surround yourself with financial energy. Start following people who talk money with clarity, who make you feel capable, not small. Environment changes identity. Every time you hear wealth talk, you train your brain to think like the wealthy. And thinking like the wealthy is the real start of being wealthy in reality. 24 hours from now, You might not have $1 million, but you'll have a millionaire mindset. And that's far more valuable because the mind builds the money. The moment your mind becomes rich, the numbers will follow. The next phase is understanding leverage, the secret ingredient of wealth. Leverage is what separates the wealthy from the hardworking broke. Most people trade time for money. Rich people trade ideas, systems, and influence for money. Time is limited. Leverage is infinite. If you learn to use leverage, you'll create wealth faster than you ever thought possible. There are 4 types of leverage: money, people, tools, and knowledge. Money leverage is when your dollars work for you. People leverage is when you build or hire a team that multiplies your effort. Tools leverage is when technology automates your income. And knowledge leverage is when what you know keeps earning even when you sleep. Let's start with money leverage. Think of every dollar like an employee. You can either let it sit around lazy in your wallet, or you can assign it a task. Buying assets, investing in index funds, or starting an online business are ways to send your money out on a mission. Even 10 invested consistently has compounding power over time. Average minds think of spending. Rich minds think of sending. Every time you spend, you're sending your money away to work for someone else. Every time you invest, you're putting it to work for yourself. Now, people leverage. Most broke individuals believe they must do everything alone. They say, if I want it done right, I'll do it myself. That mindset kills scale. Rich people build networks. They collaborate. They understand that 10 people moving together can achieve what one person can't in a lifetime. Teamwork isn't weakness. It's multiplication. The wealthiest minds in history didn't succeed in isolation. They succeeded because they built systems where others contributed value toward a shared vision. You can begin using people leverage even if you're alone. Start by outsourcing small, repetitive tasks so you can focus on high-value actions. Your goal should be to move from being a worker to being a strategist. And that transition can begin today if you simply ask, what can I automate or delegate right now? Then comes tools leverage. In today's world, you have technology that billionaires 50 years ago couldn't dream of. You can create content, sell products, manage clients, and automate income streams from your phone. That phone in your hand isn't just a device, it's a bank, a business, a classroom, and a factory combined. If you use it with purpose, it can make you rich. Use it for distraction, and it will keep you broke. In the next 24 hours, explore one digital tool that can generate income, like affiliate marketing platforms, freelance sites, or automated e-commerce systems. Don't just consume content, create value within it. And finally, knowledge leverage. This is the most powerful of all, because knowledge compounds faster than money. A single skill learned today can produce income for decades. The poor stop learning after school. The rich never stop. The moment you start learning things that solve other people's problems, you're building leverage that pays forever. Ask yourself what one skill you could learn that adds immediate value to the marketplace. Copywriting, sales, marketing, AI tools, finance, investing. Each one is a key that unlocks new income doors. 24 hours is enough to take the first step. You can watch one course, read one book, listen to one expert, and begin your journey to becoming unrecognizably valuable. Because in this economy, value equals wealth. Now let's talk about a truth that few will tell you. Being rich isn't about having more money. It's about controlling the flow of your money. Poor people earn, spend, and then wonder where it went. Rich people earn, save, invest, and then spend what's left. It's a reversed order of behavior that changes everything. In these 24 hours, start tracking every dollar that enters and leaves your life. If you can't measure your money, you can't manage it. And if you can't manage it, you can't multiply it. Most people fear checking their bank accounts because it reflects their mistakes. The rich check theirs daily because it reflects their control. Being rich is about ownership. Own your mistakes, own your learning, own your future. Because no one is coming to save you. You are the rescue plan. Every financial revolution begins with accountability. Now here's the part most people skip. The emotional discipline of wealth. Money magnifies who you already are. If you're careless with $100, you'll be reckless with $10,000. If you're patient with $1, you'll be wise with $1 million. That's why your habits today predict your financial reality tomorrow. Every purchase, every decision is a vote for the kind of future you want. You can't be rich externally until you become rich internally. In these next 24 hours, practice emotional detachment from money. Don't let your feelings control your wallet. Let logic guide your growth. When you buy something, ask, does this bring me closer to freedom or further away? If it's further away, walk away. That single habit separates those who rise from those who remain stuck. Now let's address the myth that being rich requires luck. Luck is what happens when preparation meets opportunity. The reason rich people seem lucky is because they prepare daily. They learn, they plan, they act. So when opportunity knocks, they're already standing at the door. Most people are asleep when luck passes by. Over the next 24 hours, you can prepare for your opportunity by doing 3 things. Educate yourself, network with ambition-driven people, and act fast when chances appear. The world rewards speed, not hesitation. Every successful investor, entrepreneur, and creator understands that timing beats perfection. You don't need the perfect plan to start. You need the courage to begin before you feel ready. Action creates momentum. Momentum attracts opportunity, and opportunity creates wealth. Break your fear of failure by understanding this. Failure isn't the opposite of success. It's the foundation of it. Every millionaire has failed more times than most people have tried. But they kept trying because they knew the game resets every day. Each morning is another chance to build, learn, and invest. The next 24 hours could be your reset too. Now let's talk about passive income, because you can't work forever and call it freedom. You need money that works without your presence. That's what truly makes you rich. There are 4 main paths to passive income: investing, creating, licensing, and automating. Investing means putting your money into assets that produce returns: stocks, real estate, dividends, ETFs. Creating means building something once that pays repeatedly: a course, a book, a channel, a software. Licensing means earning from something you've made while others use it: music, designs, ideas. Automating means setting up systems that run with minimal effort: drop shipping, email funnels, ad revenue streams. Pick one area and start within 24 hours. Create something small but scalable. It's not about instant millions. It's about instant momentum. The moment your money starts earning without you, you've crossed into true wealth territory. And that's where peace lives. The real goal of wealth isn't luxury. It's freedom. Freedom to choose your time, your projects, your people. The rich aren't free because they have money. They have money because they pursued freedom first. In the next 24 hours, start valuing freedom more than approval. Stop caring what people think about your hustle, your ideas, your path. They won't pay your bills, but your discipline will. While they talk, you act. While they doubt, you build. While they rest, you rise. That's the rhythm of the wealthy. And as you keep that rhythm, your confidence compounds just like your money. You start believing you can achieve bigger things because you've already proven you can control the small ones. That's where greatness begins. Now let's talk about generosity. Because true wealth isn't just about keeping, it's about circulating. Money is energy. It grows when it moves. When you hoard it in fear, it stagnates. When you share it with wisdom, it expands. The richest people give strategically. They donate to causes that align with their values, mentor others, invest in growth for the next generation. The act of giving multiplies wealth because it aligns you with abundance. Money flows to those who respect its purpose. Respect it by managing it, investing it, and sharing it wisely. That's how you stay in harmony with the flow of prosperity. Your goal in 24 hours is to take one generous action, not as charity, but as confidence. Because giving when you have little proves you believe in having more. Now let's go deeper into compounding, not just in money, but in actions. Every consistent action you take compounds over time. A 1% improvement daily becomes a 37x improvement in a year. Small habits make massive fortunes. Every rich person's journey is built on boring consistency. They show up even when motivation fades. They study when others sleep. They reinvest when others spend. Because wealth doesn't reward excitement, it rewards discipline. If you truly want to be rich, fall in love with repetition. Every day you practice patience, invest your time wisely, and resist emotional spending, you're adding invisible bricks to your financial empire. It might not look impressive now, but one day it will stand taller than anything you've ever imagined. And all because you decided to start in a single day, in this day. Now imagine this. You wake up tomorrow morning with absolute clarity about your financial path. You know where your money goes, you know how to make it grow, and you're surrounded by systems that generate income while you sleep. That feeling, that freedom, isn't fantasy. It's design, and you can start designing it right now. Take this moment seriously, because 24 hours may not make you a millionaire in numbers, but it can make you a millionaire in mindset. And once the mindset shifts, the numbers follow inevitably. Here's the truth most never understand. Money doesn't change you. It reveals you. If you build wealth with patience, discipline, and purpose, you'll become a powerful force for good. But if you chase it with greed and fear, it will control you. Choose to master it, not serve it. And mastery begins now. Every decision you make today, from how you spend your time to how you react to discomfort, is shaping your financial destiny. Don't waste this 24-hour window thinking small. Use it to think strategically. Plan the next year of your financial life tonight. Set clear targets, specific numbers, and measurable goals. Put them on paper because what you write, you build. Then act. Because action is what turns dreams into deposits. Stop saying someday and replace it with today. The rich didn't wait for permission. They created momentum on ordinary days just like this one. And that's what today can be for you, your day of financial awakening. In 24 hours, you can shift your direction forever. By changing your mindset, managing your time, redirecting your money, learning leverage, building value, embracing discipline, and acting with purpose, you become unstoppable. Your 24 hours start not when you wake up, but when you decide. And you've already decided by being here. So take this as your signal, your challenge, your invitation to wealth. The clock is ticking. The next sunrise could mark the beginning of your rise. The difference between the rich and the rest isn't resources, it's resourcefulness. Those who act within a day create momentum for decades. This is your one day, your 24 hours. Use them wisely because wealth isn't waiting for you to get ready. It's waiting for you to get moving. So move and never look back. Because from this day forward, every hour counts, every decision builds, and every action compounds. 24 hours from now, your financial story begins a new chapter. And it starts with one sentence whispered by every self-made millionaire in history. I decided. Now it's your turn.